Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us here in the charts. You are tuned in to the Market Beast edition. Your fellow compadres speaking, of course. We have a new, there's a request that we have for this symbol. It's going to be ARRY. Limited data here, so please be open to the fact that I don't really do well with charts that are like new. This actually came out last month, so I'm going to do the best that I can with what I have. So yeah, if you're just new joining us, welcome in. It's simple what we do here. We find support, resistance, and support within patterns to determine the market's direction. That's it. So if that piques your interest, subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll be notified on where we see the markets going before it happens. Leave an appropriate thumb, and of course, engage in the comment section to help the channel, the YouTube algorithm, guys. So let's dive into this chart. Let's go ahead and see what we can find in the charts here. Let's dive into the charts, shall we? All right, so today's December the 6th, 2020. And the previous close of ARRY is going to be $34.09, down about 4.9% for the day. Okay. No news on the channel here, guys. No fundamentals, or just pure technical data here. So since I wasn't able to pull up the higher time frames to get as much data as I would like, I had to start here on the weekly. Oh wait, really quickly, special shout out to Kenny Ways ASMR. Yes, thank you for the request here. We're going to take a look at this for you and see if we can find out something in the charts here for you. Okay. All right. So the weekly here is we're going to pull up. Okay. So that's what I found. It's something. It's kind of a pennant. I try to put a rising wedge, but let's just stick with what we have here on the charts. Again, these are weekly candles. So what we're going to do is verify how much time it's spent within this range here before it looks like an official breakdown. It's actually, yeah, it's an official breakdown here. So it basically broke within this box here at about October the 12th, found resistance at the top of that line, up, down, and just kind of hung out in this box all the way up until the end of November. And it looks again like there is an official breakdown below this level. Now, this basically means that, I mean, this is a very aggressive sell candle, guys. I must admit. This candle is screaming, you had better get out of the way or I'm going to move you out of the way, candle. And this isn't guaranteed, okay? And I'm not saying it's going to collapse, although this sell candle, like, it doesn't look friendly to the bears. I'll just say that. Let's look at the lower time frames and I guess work our way up to the weekly, because what we're trying to do is just determine, you know, where the markets could potentially go here in the short term. And what I'm going to do is we're going to actually pull up to see what trend is it in right now, because although it's a very aggressive candle, what we have to do is just take a step back and see what the trend is. So let's pull up the daily candles here and let's see where's the trend. Okay. Let's see. Let's put up our path here. Okay. So the inception here is at about October the 15th, and looks like the price went up. Okay. Found a high. Went down, find a higher low, and then it went up and it found a higher high, really nice, higher low, and it went up and a higher high. And as of present day here, looks like we have made a lower low, but it's still technically within an uptrend, although the weekly candle looks very aggressive, like it really wants to like move the bulls out of the way or run them over, so to speak. But basically we do have a lower low in the price, and what we're referring to is this level right here at about $36, and we also have another level here at about $37. We just had a successful close below both of those levels, so this is technically a lower low within this trend here. I guess let's just call it starting at about $35. Okay, so up, down, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then right now it looks like it wants to take a shift. So me personally, if I were to play this, I would just be looking for some sort of bounce. And if there were a bounce, I mean, I don't see why it would not revisit. Let's pull up the 3-day here really quickly. Okay, so if there was some sort of bounce, I'll just put like a range right here, and this would be like a range for me to personally potentially get out of the market. And I would look for something like this, and that range is going to be in between $36 all the way up to, it's 36 at the bottom of this red line box here, and all the way up to, let's see, $39. Okay, Now, guys, please keep in mind, just because I'm saying the price is going down, it doesn't mean it's actually going to happen, okay? Because I think we actually have one more day to close on this 3-day candle. We got about, I think there's less than 48 hours. So we still have time for the price to develop. Let's just say in this case that the 3-day actually develops a reversal candle. That would actually be an interesting sign to allow the bulls to have a counter move here in a very short period of time. I'll say that. Because there's never been a candle's body to close below this level right here at about 36.46 until this candle right here. So I think this is important because if you notice these 3-day candles, there's never been a close below that line. Right here in this approximate range around November the 4th, they didn't close there. And then just as of recently here, we just got a candle to close below that line. So it's just something we need to pay attention to, especially if there's a bounce back within this range in between 36.51 up to 39.12 approximately. Okay, I would personally be looking to exit the market if that was, depending on your buy-in level. I'm not sure where you entered the market, but let's see here. The weekly, that weekly looks man, that weekly looks really aggressive, man. That weekly candle looks really aggressive, and it's actually in a successful close as well. So you see that? Like, that is a successful close. So this next weekly candle on about December the 7th, that's when we're going to open a new candle. Today's Sunday. Tomorrow will be Monday. There will be a new candle to open there. And we just have to wait and see how this is going to play out in the charts. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, guys. So let's just keep an eye on that. Me, personally, if you were to ask me, would I buy into this right now? Although I really love buying into red candles, I would need another 24 hours to see if I could entertain a play. But for me to enter the market here, only anticipating a move up to this red area. Let's see how much of a percentage move that is. Like 12%. I mean, that's fair, right? It's a profit, but the risk to reward it's not enough for me to enter the market. Me personally, just a personal opinion, which could literally be absolutely wrong. Okay. So let's see. And if I pull up the higher time frames, and like if you look here, let's see if I pull up the monthly. See, like I can't really do much with this. I mean, it's only 3 candles. And as far as what I'm seeing, it looks like it really wants to. There's going to be some volatility. I'll say that. Well, here's what I'll do. Because if you look from a monthly here, the monthly still has about 24 days to close. So I'll be the buyer's advocate, so to speak, and see if we can get some sort of bounce back within this white range here. This kind of pennant or range here. See if it can close back within this level. And that still would not be a bullish sign to me, honestly, but let's wait for the price action, guys. This one's a little bit difficult for me to understand a direction, I'll be honest. And the lowest that we go on the channel here is the daily. So yeah, watch that level. I'm not sure if you're long looking to put this thing down or if you're looking to long this market. One bullish case is there is a gap overhead on the daily. I don't really like taking the gap. The daily into consideration 100%, but sometimes it's useful. That gap is currently in between $42.61 up to $45.60. That is an indication at some point in the future that there may be a revisit at that level. Let's wait and see what happens in the price action. I'll be waiting for like some sort of turnaround candle. And so far on the daily, the 3-day, the weekly, nothing is spelling a return around just yet. As far as what I can see, I need to see some sort of buying interest. And of course, if you follow the channel closely, we look for wicks below the candle's body, like something like this. You see that on the daily? See those wicks below the candle? That's what I look for in order to anticipate a move to the upside if we're looking at wicks below the candle's body. And so far, I'm just not seeing it. I just don't see anything there. And again, that doesn't mean it won't bounce Monday morning. Me, I wouldn't touch this right here. Again, just my personal opinion. Could be wrong about that. This thing could move up 50% on Monday. Of course, that's an exaggeration, but yeah, guys, I'm totally neutral here. I don't know where this is going to go next. I need more data. I don't have anything just yet on this. I'll be looking for a reversal on the 3-day, the weekly, or higher. That's what I'm going to say in closing here. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Be sure to leave an appropriate thumb below the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We put out a lot of content. We try to get as many requests in as we possibly can. And guys, and thanks for joining here with me. I really appreciate your time. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now. We'll talk very soon.